Hey, how's it going? It's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Nintendo Switch. You are watching Part 7 of the main series. We've been unlocking new characters while showcasing others along the way with quick little guides on how to play some of this gigantic roster. Today we will be unlocking a trio of characters. Two of them sat out the last Smash game, so I'm very excited to see them show up again in Ultimate. And we are going to the place where the pups play, and sometimes a kitten, because I'm going to be playing as Duck Hunt, a very strange character that I have a ton of experience, more than any other character in Smash, so we'll talk about this unorthodox trio, what makes them special. And if you've missed any of the other episodes, we did unlock these guys in World of Light. There's playlists down in the description for you. Last time we did play as Incineroar and learn the devastation of his Alolan Whip. He's really cool. But now it's time to beat him up so we can talk about this dog here. So here we go, Duck Hunt. They are very strange, and I don't know if many people would really grok to them. They've got some interesting moves. They are based off of the Zapper games from the NES. We've got Hogan's Alley represented with the neutral B, the trick shot can that comes out. We have clay shooting from Duck Hunt itself with the side B, and then the down B is the Wild Gunman from Wild Gunman there. And these guys are a weird duo where the duck is on the dog's back, helping him recover with the up B and doing some of the aerials and different moves, while there is a third character off screen, a child most likely, with the NES Zapper in their midst that shoots the can or shoots the clay pigeon and even shoots when there's a smash attack going on. So it's a cool, high concept sort of character, but it might throw some people off because you do have to control the gunman in a way by using them to throw out some of your moves. And there's a cute little poodle napping over there despite all this carnage. So let's talk about their moves and what's a little different this time around. The neutral B, the trick shot. This was the bread and butter of most Duck Hunts in Smash 4 on the Wii U and 3DS. We'll show their final Smash here as well. This is the NES Zapper Posse. It has a bigger hitbox now, more ducks, and it throws them into this Wild West land where you get some Hogan's Alley, some Duck Hunt, as well as Wild Gunman there, just throwing everything they can at that poor tiger. So the trick shot, when you throw it out, it actually goes a little farther this time compared to Smash 4. It floats a little more. You get 8 shots. Every time you tap B, it shoots it again. And you can do some crazy stuff like protecting yourself or, setting yourself up with an assist by having that can cover where you are going. And if you hit it with certain moves like your back air, it actually goes back towards you. It's kind of complicated. The can basically goes wherever you are facing when you hit it. So I kind of threw it out there and it will just kind of go along in that direction. But if I was to hit it the other way, once Incineroar stops pummeling me, if you hit it the other way, then it will come back towards you again because I was facing that way when I just smacked it. So it's a very interesting tool that can be really useful to cover yourself because you can move it while you're doing other things. So if I threw a can out and then I tried to, go in for a grab, I could still, move the can while I'm in that animation of the grab. So you can really set yourself up for some unique combos, like you can throw someone into the can if you use it very cleverly. Your opponent can hit the can. In this new game, you can hit your own can out of the air while it's moving. That was something only your opponents could do in the previous game, but see, you can hit it as well. So you can kind of do some cool setups. That was the big thing in Smash 4 that drew people to this character because the can was such a useful tool. It is not quite as good at comboing and just building up damage. In this one, it's more of a heavy knockback sort of KO tool. So it's not, it's not quite as good, but it is improved in some ways. I think you're gonna want to use the other specials a little more because they definitely buffed clay shooting, the side B, and the gunmen. The gunmen do double the damage. Some of them actually can kill your opponent with their gunshots, and they're so fast their eyes do flash to kind of warn when they're gonna shoot that out. So let's throw one down here and you can see the eyes flash and then they shoot out. There are 5 different gunmen and they all have different properties. The orange may be the best. He has a very quick, almost immediate shot that you can use and it will kill your opponent if they have enough damage. So you gotta be Be good with that, and they appear in a random order in the 5. Like, all 5 will cycle, and then they will start over again. So if you are quick, you can kind of react to which gunman you are throwing out and use them to combo and do different stuff off of them. The sombrero guy will also kill, but he has very short range. He almost has like a shotgun, so he's not quite as useful in some ways. The guy with the tall guy will actually hit over your can, because they can shoot your can if they are out. See, and you can use that to combo as well. The tall guy in black will shoot over the can though, and he knocks people horizontally, so he's a little weird. And then the 2 guys in white are kind of more similar, not quite as useful. And they can get their pants knocked down as well, which is weird. If they get knocked on the ground and your opponent keeps hitting them, you can't spawn another one though. You can only have 1 out at a time, so you gotta be, you know, careful with making sure you don't let your opponent just take your gunman. And there we go, illustrating how that guy can just take your opponent's stock when they are not expecting it. So they are very buffed. You can actually act out of throwing one down a little faster as well, which is very useful. And then we'll go into the side B here when we jump into Classic to unlock the new trio, or new old trio I was talking about. We did get Peach in the meantime. If you are curious about how to unlock characters, I put a link in the description. There are certain paths in Classic mode, and we were heading down Donkey Kong's path by playing as Duck Hunt, and we did get Bowser using that path, or just playing randomly, but Bowser is the first one on that path. The next one is the character we're gonna get. So let's do Duck Hunt's theme here, though. Dog Duck Zapper is just basically fighting animals. We're hunting some of the other animal characters in Smash, like Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. It's a little weird themed, but it's fun, and the boss is really cool if you haven't seen that yet. So the side B, this is probably the most buffed move of Duck Hunt's arsenal, the clay shooting. When you throw it out, it kind of glides over it. You can smash throw it or just kind of throw it normally to get it to like float a little more. It's very similar to Simon's Cross or Link's Boomerang in that respect. But once you throw it out, see, I actually hit the can in the air and saved myself from getting blown up by it. You can hit B button again, or whatever your special button is. You'll hit it again and then get the gunman to shoot the clay shooting disc. And once that happens, you can really build up a lot of damage. And it also has these particles, which are, I think they've always been there, but they now actually have a hitbox, which is like, if your opponent shields this thing, you can still use it to hit them. It's very, very good. It is almost too good. And this character does not get played enough to the point where I'm wondering if they will even end up nerfing it. They probably should, because when you get a little percent on your opponent, you can start doing some crazy stuff with the clay pigeon. You can just clay pigeon to clay pigeon. Just keep doing that on little short hops and rack up a huge combo on your opponent, lots of damage, and then you can kill them either off the top or spike them. We'll see if we can get some damage on Sonic here and maybe get one of those going to show you guys what it can do. Duck Hunt got a weight nerf, unfortunately, and I remembered that because Sonic here is the same weight as Duck Hunt now. They are, I think, 86. Duck Hunt used to be 91, so he was around the weight of like Marth and Lucina, but now he is quite a bit lighter, unfortunately. So yeah, you can, because your opponent is stuck in the clay pigeon shots for quite a while once it connects, you can kind of get in there and do some good follow-ups, like get a forward air, get, you know, different aerials in there to build up damage. Sonic has enough damage on him now where if I can get him in one of these combos, it'll be really good. So let me see if I can do one, if he'll go over here. We can even slow him down to make it easier on me. Come here, little guy. Look at him roll through the air. Oh, the bees are gonna mess with me. I love all the characters have really good expressions in this game, but I feel like Duck Hunt have some great, like, old-timey cartoon looks to them. Let me see. Sonic might be one of the harder ones to get this going on because he is going to just run around everywhere. He's the fastest thing alive, as I've heard. Let's see if we can get... See, there we go. I got 2. But you just kind of do a little short hop and throw another one out, and by the time they're out of that hit stun from the first one, you can get them with the next. Let's see if I can get a good... Ooh, I was going to try to up smash him, but again, there's a weird little variance in this game how smashes work, where it is, I feel like it's easier to get a side smash and angle it, but it can be tougher to get up and down smashes. I've mentioned that in some of the other videos. Maybe we'll get a Nes Zapper posse on him here. The smash attacks, I should say, are also one of the most buffed things in Duck Hunt's arsenal, because If you ever played as them last game or played against them, you probably have fallen out of one of their smash attacks. It's supposed to have 3 little reticles shoot you from the Zapper kid, but unfortunately sometimes you'll get knocked in a weird way. Your opponent will get knocked and they will fall out of it before it all connects. But now it actually kind of tracks the opponent, and you can see it like angled upwards to follow them. It'll go over, like depending on if it lands that first or second hit on some of the smashes, like the forward smash, it will angle it differently. So you can use that to your advantage to actually, hit your opponent, and they are still very strong, and, they're a little slow, but somewhat safe because Duck Hunt is not in danger as much with the smash attack extending outwards. And not quite as good as Mega Man's forward smash, but if you charge it, it will extend longer. See if I can get it. Wolf is just tripping me here. See if I can get one going. I might have to back up a little bit, and then I'll charge it up. And it is slightly longer range if you charge it. It goes a little bit farther, so nothing to write home about, but that is something good to remember if you're playing against them or you're playing as them. And there we go. The peckish Aristocrab got them, and they are looking kind of menacing despite their cartoony appearance there with this final smash aura. So yeah, the F smash is still pretty good, forward smash, but up smash much improved. It's a lot easier to actually hit somebody in there, and down smash has more knockback, so you can kind of run in and it'll swoop people up. It's kind of like if you've been playing Inkling, the new Inkling character. Their up smash is a blaster that connects in front of them and then pulls your opponent up. That is kind of how Duck Hunt's up smash works as well. And their up air still a very good tool for taking your opponent off the top. And it seems like the hitbox on that duck doing the up air is even better than it was, because you will connect with people that it does not seem like you should. If I can get enough damage here, maybe we'll try to finish with a up air. And we were talking about most of the specials. I should mention that Duck Hunt's up B, the duck jump, is much better. Maybe that should be most buffed between games, because you'll see here whenever I need to use it. I want to try to get Rool towards the top and see if we can get him with an up air. He is giant, so he's very heavy. And jeez, got out of the way of that, luckily. Up tilt does not kill anymore, really, unfortunately. If you've played as Duck Hunt in Smash 4, you got to break that bad habit of trying to up tilt to kill. There we go. There's a back air to take him off the side. Back air kills. Forward air can kill. Look at that. I think the duck saw the chicken and was like, hey, there's only one feathered fowl in this game here. So yeah, a lot of their moves, I think a lot of them are just functioning differently in this game, so it throws off people who are used to them. If you've never played Duck Hunt before, you're in luck, though, because it'll be easier to pick this stuff up. But their tilt attacks can kill now. You can see they have quite a bit of knockback. And down tilt is a pretty good tool to send people off and, off to the side and in a good direction. Let's just do a nice bullet. Destroy all the blocks that Wispy or someone has worked so hard to create here. Neutral air Nair still kills as well. It's not quite as strong, but just in general, a lot of their aerials are pretty good. There's like lingering hitboxes on Nair, so you can short hop that to kind of jump around. The forward air does not have as much range, unfortunately, as it did, so it's a little harder to connect. But the duck is a hitbox, or he's a hurtbox. So unlike a sword character, your duck will still get you hit if you throw out an aerial, unfortunately. So you got to be careful about that. But luckily, there's a bit of a disjoint. You don't take damage on the whole duck. It's like the head and the bill tend to be a little bit immune to damage in a way where you can, clank with stuff or get out of the way of things. Let's see if we can get a nice... Man, they're just bouncing me around with Wispy's apples. I do not even know what the Mii Fighter's final smash is. So that's going to be interesting. What is that? Whoa! It's like Wii Fit Trainer. Let's see if we can get over here. So you can now act out of Duck Hunt's up B. You can do a special attack. You can do a normal attack, aerial. You can do a air dodge. That is so much better. It pretty much goes the same range it did before, but now that you can act out of it, you are nowhere near as vulnerable as you were in the last Smash game. I'm trying to get them to run in there and just get up smash, but they're not playing ball, these monkeys. cats. There we go. Down smash is actually a pretty good juggling tool if you can connect it. People will still fall out. Oh my gosh. Don't forget about the Olimar's ship there, because it'll catch you. The down smash, side smash, all their smashes, enemies can still fall out of them, but as you can see, they connect pretty well now. Let's use the killing edge to take them out. There we go. Take that, monkey. And yeah, just in general, they will have a much easier time recovering without getting into too much trouble compared to what they, had in the last game, where they were sitting ducks, to use a phrase, when they were trying to get back to the stage. But their air dodge was so good in the last game that it felt like it was not much of a problem. So it was, it wasn't as much of a deal. In this game, they still have a pretty good air dodge, but they're, you can only do it once when you're off stage, so you're going to be a little more vulnerable. So you got to mix up your recovery a little bit, maybe go high and then use an aerial to get down, things like that. And I'm trying to think what else we want to show. We're going to see another duck hunt, a bunch of them try to kill me here in the living room. This is weirdly, rather than taking us to the duck hunt stage, the game takes us over into the living room with the Nintendogs to battle them. The duck hunt stage is one of those ones that has a 2D sort of feel to it, where there's no Z-axis, so it's not something that most people want to play on typically, because it will mess up some moves or make some of them even better. I just love how the dogs are just, completely unaware that anything's going on. If you haven't seen the alternate costumes for Duck Hunt, they are all these different breeds of dog. And you can see there's like a Dalmatian, there's a bunch of different dogs. Some of them are hunting dogs, some of them are just, popular breeds. I think the one is supposed to be a Shiba. See, there we go, the tilt killed, the can kills. Duck Hunt just has so many more ways to kill now. You don't need to use can combos as often and just, sneak people off the top of the screen. That is a big thing I should mention with the can. It used to be whatever direction the can was headed, that's where your opponent would be launched when they blew up from hitting it. But in this game, universally it really seems like whatever side a move hits you on, that is you're going to be going away from the move, as makes sense in reality. So I don't mind that they changed it, but it is kind of a nerf to Duck Hunt, because you can't just set up a can, going one way and know that your opponent will always follow the way that you want them. You have to kind of rely on whatever trajectory they will be headed, based on where that hits them. So it does throw off some can combos from the last game, but at the same time, I'll take it for smash attacks that work, and a comboing clay pigeon that is basically broken and things like that. Up tilt does not have a great hitbox, but it will knock things up enough for me to squeeze through here. Let's go, go, go. We gotta run. Duck Hunt does run faster and walk faster and have slightly better aerial momentum, like movement. So they are faster all around, kind of to make up, I think, for their weight nerf. And as soon as I saw they had a weight nerf, I was like, there must be something really good about this character, because they have changed a lot, but usually when a character is lightweight or put, lighter, it is because, like Mewtwo, he's way lighter than he seems like he should be, because he's a big Pokemon cat thing, but he is light because he is very good and very powerful, so it's, a balancing mechanism for the developers. The later characters tend to be better in most fighting games. And here we go, we've got the big boss. Man, getting stunned by the Rathalos, but you can see I could still move my can even when I was stunned. The Rathalos from Monster Hunter making an appearance here in Smash, the only Monster Hunter thing right now. But this is because Duck Hunt is a hunting dog, of course, so they wanted to throw a nice nod to that in here by having the Rathalos be around for us to fight and try to hunt. This seems like such a lopsided fight to be, a part of, but we can do it. See if I can do it without getting KO'd. That will be a little tough. I do have some hunting tools here, like the Deku Nut. There we go. That is basically one of the, the stun bugs and stuff in Monster Hunter. And there's also a pitfall. Let me see if I can hit the Rathalos with it. They're going into the background, so I gotta be extra careful. So they're gonna try to blast us and burn us. So if I can hit them, they should. Oh, I might have had to put it in the ground for them to actually get buried, or maybe it wasn't damaged enough. But the tail and the head of the Rathalos is more vulnerable, so if you hit that, you get better stun capabilities out of it. See if we can take him out. Duck Hunt's jab is not quite as good anymore. You used to be able to just get people locked in that, and as long as you didn't hold it too long, it would basically take them out. Or, you know, it could kill, but it was more of a just, you know, you get a flat damage tool. Look out, because the Rathalos has Poison Claws, just like in Monster Hunter. And just very faithful in general, so it's cool to see. We're getting so many Deku Nuts here. This should be... Oh, we didn't actually hit him right with it, so now they're gonna maybe take us out, and my gunman is down, so I gotta rely on other things. Rathalos is not gonna be stunned by any of my Clay Pigeon shenanigans, so gotta be careful with doing that too much. It is still good damage, even if you don't get people locked up in there. He's so close to dead. See if I can get in there and get some cans. Take him out. He's off screen. My can's chasing him. A lot of the Duck Hunt moves I noticed, like, people don't use the real names for them. They'll use, you know, Clay Pigeon for Clay Shooting, or Can for Trick Shot. It's just a little simpler. Getting stunned here. I'm almost dead. I'm really surprised we have not gotten KO'd. See if we can get one good hit on him. There we go. That doggy cartwheel is so silly looking. Here's his taunts real quick. He laughs, he dances, and he entertains. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got a unlock battle here in just a second, but I managed to... I didn't quite get to, you know, the upper echelons. 9.9, you really have to kill all of your opponents really quick, but we got to the more difficulty there, so I'm happy. And I'll get a couple rewards. It seems good to just get the first couple and then skip through it in the credits here, but there's a really good remix of the, it's a medley of songs from Duck Hunt for NES, and they did another remix of it in this game. There was one in the last one as well. Duck Hunt, I know a lot of people will ask me, why do I even bother with this character? They usually won't phrase it like that. But why did I pick this character? My first video game ever as a little kid was Duck Hunt. Before I could even, you know, play Mario, I could aim the zapper at the screen and shoot at the ducks, and that was a very fond memory of mine. Also, everyone, you know, hated that dog back in the day, but look how cute he is, sleeping there. They did a good job with these guys as a loving tribute to all those Zapper games. I only really played the one, but it's cool to see, you know, Wild Gunmen and stuff getting their due. There's some, that's from the original Japanese box art there. We've got that wide-eyed dog. All right, so let's get ready. Oh, we actually have, oh, okay. Well, this isn't who I was intending to unlock. We got thrown off a little bit here, unfortunately. So I will make amends by unlocking the other character after this, because I apologize. So the way the unlock works in classic mode is that you will unlock the next character on the list. So in Donkey Kong's list, Duck Hunt is kind of farther down, but it seems like we're fighting Sonic because he's the one after. All roads lead to Sonic in this game. It's a little strange. They really want you to unlock Sonic no matter what, and we'll see if we can beat him here handily without worrying too much about being his weight now. But yeah, Sonic seems like he is so fast they had to make him somewhat lighter so that it could balance it out. The big thing I should mention with Duck Hunt is that if you want to play this character, you need to be able to like multitask between all of your projectiles and different things and know when to throw out certain stuff, know when to knock your can around and then go for something like that. There's that huge hitbox on the up air I was talking about. And there we go. So yeah, because I threw my trick shot out, Sonic was thinking about that, and then I went in for an up air, so you can kind of confuse your opponent that way, since you can move around and do your, you know, different specials at the same time. All right, I am very quickly going to get that character lined up for you guys that I promised. All right, here they are, with all three of their Pokemon again. The Pokemon Trainer. Now, Donkey Kong unlocks Bowser, I mentioned that before, but Bowser is the one that unlocks the Pokemon Trainer. Basically, if you're trying to unlock through Classic mode, you want to unlock they'll always unlock the character after them in the order, and if they're not unlocked yet. So unfortunately, Duck Hunt did unlock Sonic instead of Pokemon Trainer, but here we are. Bowser even fights Rathalos, so kind of appropriate to have him here. just drop kicking one of his turtle underling. No, Squirtle's not in the Koopa Troopa, but Pokemon Trainer is in our roster now. Thank you guys so much. Apologies for the mix-up. I should have double-checked my own sources there for who we unlock. What is going on? I guess that's making it tougher for Wii Fit to do push-ups with Pikachu Libre on her back there. All right, thank you guys again for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Maybe subscribe if you haven't. Next time, we are going to take the Pokemon Trainer and all 3 of their Pokemon reunited once again for a spin. Thanks again. If you want to subscribe or maybe click that little notification bell, there'll be more Smash and other series on the way. If you haven't checked out Super Mario Party, please check that out as well. We'll grab a couple things here, and hopefully a few of you have been emboldened to try to, ooh, this is a good song, to pick up Duck Hunt, because this is also a good song. Man, I got 2 of my favorites. But yeah, I know there's not many people who play Duck Hunt, but if you like a zoning character that can actually rush in and not, if you have been a little jaded with the Belmonts, you don't just want to sit back a lot of the time with your projectiles, Duck Hunt is really interesting in that they can throw stuff out and then also rush in and follow up on their own stuff. So they're a very unique character, and I appreciate you taking the time to get this far and watch me play them. I'll see you next time for more Smash Ultimate.